welcome to Rise and Shine Yoga. Today we do need a couple props, so if you do have them available, this is a great time to grab them. We need a belt or a strap or a pair of yoga pants that you can grab, something that you can just kind of extend your reach with today. So we are going to do some light stretching on the back and really taking it nice and slow. So if you have something to kind of just lengthen yourself, that would be great. And I always like sitting on blocks, so I'm going to grab that as well. But let's get started. So hi, my name is Jen. This is Rise and Shine, which can be done any time during the day. I especially like to do some yoga before bed. It really stretches me out and gets me ready for sleeping, but whatever time works for you. So if you've taken this class before, you know that we spend a couple minutes taking things breath by breath. So let's do that now. Take one more breath and you're going to lay on your back. I'm going to make the assumption today that your back hurts. No judgment to you whatsoever. A lot of people's backs do hurt, and that's a request I get a lot. So I'm going to assume today that your back is sore or stiff, or you did a lot of work yesterday, or you're going to do a lot of work today, something like that, something that you need to kind of baby your back. That's kind of where my mindset is today. So when we do our movements, we are going to do them slowly. And you can do them even slower than I am. Beautiful. We're just gonna windshield wiper those knees side to side, super slow. If you find a position that you want to hold, obviously do so. And I'm going to drop my knees to one side. I'm just going to keep my hands above my head or on my belly. Enjoy the stretch here. And slowly switch sides. I'm going to come back to the center. I'm going to straighten one leg. And all I'm going to do is just lift up a little bit and lower. Now I'm going to lift it and come through. Pause and switch it out other way. And then drop that leg down and just move it inwards and outwards. All right, bend that knee, and let's do the other side. So we're just going up and down. All right, let's add in the movement. A little circle and straight. There. And draw up that leg and just bring it in and out. Just kind of turning that thigh. So the reason we spend a lot of time with our legs when we are working on our back is because guess what our back's attached to? Our legs and our arms. But we do a lot more movement with our legs over the course of the day. All right, so straighten both those legs. And let's grab our band. So saying you definitely, if you have a strap, by all means use it. If you don't have to go buy one. The strap's just convenient because it just has a little loop, but you can use a belt totally fine. It's probably in your house already. So I'm just going to loop that around the bottom of my foot, and I can attach it any other way that I see fit. I'm going to keep that leg straight, and I'm going to keep the other leg straight as well, and I'm just going to bring it up as comfortably far as I see fit. And just hold here for a couple breaths. If I have the ability to be holding on to something that doesn't have a stretch factor to it, I'm going to push and pull at the same time. So my foot is pushing towards the floor, and my arm is pulling that foot back. Obviously, if I have a pair of leggings or something like that, I'm not going to be able to do this, but if I have like a dog leash or a belt, I would be able to. And then relax and see if you can pull in just a little more. All right, let's release it down and bring that leg out to the side. My hips are still on the ground. hip's gonna lift up off the ground, that's okay. And let's come on in, let's bend that knee. And I'm just gonna bring that knee in. I can either hold on with the strap or I can just grab onto my leg itself. And then finally bending that knee out to the side, I'm gonna come in to a tree pose, reclined. Spend 5 breaths here. Let's release. Let's bring that knee in. And we're going to switch out the legs. So I'm going to release from one side. Nice and carefully put that. And I make sure I put it on the inside the arch of my foot. I put it up here towards the front. The tendency for it to slip off is higher than I would like it. So I make sure that it's definitely in that arch area. All right, so our legs are straight. Let's bring that other leg up as straight as it's going to get for your body today. All right, let's do that push and pull. So I'm pushing and pulling at the same time. I'm releasing and I'm pulling in more. All right, let's come out to the side. And cross it over. Let's come back in. Let's bend that knee in. And then bring that knee out to the side. Bring that foot in. And let's do a recline tree. 5 breaths. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's bring that knee in. Let's release that strap. Let's bring both knees in, grabbing the ankles or the outside or inside of that foot. And we can rock side to side here. We can play with stretching the legs a bit together, separate, rolling like a ball, whatever movement feels good here, or stillness feels good. And we are going to work our way up to seated. So if you'd like to roll like a ball, please do. Otherwise, you can turn and push yourself up. So I'm going to rock 3 times. And then I'm going to sit up. All right, one final hamstring. Legs out in front. Let's loop both of those feet around the strap. And the strap is shoulder width apart or hip width apart. And all I'm going to do is just kind of cross over the straps. They can't be straight, no problem. All I'm just going to do is just lean it forward. Try to keep my back as flat and straight as possible. And then I'm going to release. I'm going to do that one more time. Oh, get it on it. And release. All right, I'm going to sit crisscross applesauce style, so I enjoy sitting like that on a block. If you definitely don't have to. I just find it's more comfortable to lift those hips up. And yoga is all about comfort and satisfaction and being happy in yourself, so why not? All right, I'm just going to do one more thing with that strap. I'm going to take it, I'm going to wrap it around, I'm going to bring it overhead, and I'm just going to pull apart. My shoulders are back and down. I'm going to lean a bit one way. Through the center, the other way. Through the center, lean it back a little bit. And then bring those hands down in front, still pulling apart just a little bit. We're driving a car here. Pulling apart, just going a little bit up and a little bit down. And release it out. Okay. Beautiful. So let's just take one little lean forward. And come on up. And switch it out, switch those legs out. And walk it forward. And walk it back. Beautiful. All right, let's come to our tabletop. And when we do back classes, we always want to make sure we're doing our cat-cows. So we are going to spend 2 minutes in this cat-cow. It can be fluid, it can be static, it can be rolling, whatever type of cat-cow you want. This is cat-cow play here for 2 minutes straight. So it's a long time for cat-cow, but it's awesome for cat-cow. Okay? So you can definitely follow me if you want, but my suggestion is for you to go where your body takes you. Few more breaths here. All right, so then we're going to transition back to our backs, but if we have a pillow or a cushion, or in my case, a foam roller or a bolster, basically what we're going to do is we're going to put whatever that prop is down the length of our spine so we can really open up that chest, because if our back's tight, we're probably doing this. We need to open that up. So you could definitely use some couch cushions right next to your spine. Something maybe like this would work, but I'm just going to grab my trusty foam roller. I find that it works really well for that purpose, and I use it every day anyway, so why not? Now, if you don't have anything, you can still lay on your back and get some benefit of this, so don't worry. I'm going to make sure that I push myself far enough so I have range over my head that I can reach as far as physical space. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use gravity to assist opening up my chest. So I'm up a little higher, obviously, than I am from the ground. So I decided my arms going to be bent, are they going to be straight? Where do I need to be for the pressure of gravity to push on my pectoral muscles up here and let them open up without having to do anything except just lay here. So we're going to do the 2 minutes of kind of, not play here because that's not what it is, but slight movement, finding where you need to be to really open up that chest. All right, so I'm really breathing into those muscles and trying to relax them as much as possible. What I mean by that is if we're consciously thinking of our shoulders, am I relaxing the muscles in my neck? Am I relaxing the muscles of my upper back? Am I trying to do what I can to let those muscles relax and just let go? And you'll have to adjust yourself because your body will move and things will let go and things will stabilize, and you're going to have to keep moving a little bit just to make sure that we're doing the best use of our time to really just let the muscles relax. I guarantee you, if you work on stretching all these other body parts out that are attached to your back, you'll feel better. Or if there's somewhere else you need to be physically in space to stretch something else out for that chest, do it now. Final call, but you can always just push pause and do things longer, so that's not a problem whatsoever. And now we have to gracefully come back up off of this prop. So wherever you need to go to get off, that's totally fine. I think my easiest way might be to just bring those knees together and slowly lower myself down to the side. Feels nice. And I'm going to roll over into a Sphinx. So let me just move these things out of the way. Got this nice little collection of stuff going on right here. 6. We're pulling the shoulders back. We're dropping that chin. All I'm going to do is just kind of shake my head a little side to side. And then go up and down. And then hold it still, 2 breaths. All right, so let's add in a little bit of movement here. So I'm going to do this on my knees. Of course, if you're like gung-ho, well, if you're gung-ho, you probably already clicked off the video because it's too slow for you. But if you're in a more stable mood body-wise later, you could do this on your toes. But we're going to stick with our knees for sure. So we're going to push ourselves back. And some people call these seal push-ups. They're kind of the transfer into kind of upward dog, downward dog type of situation. Also call them ice cream licks, because you imagine that there's ice cream on your mat for some reason, and you want to lick it up. So you're going to kind of scoot yourself back a little bit. You're going to get really close to the mat, like you're licking it. Obviously don't. And push yourself back up into this kind of up dog type of position. Then you're going to push yourself back, arch that back, and then drag that nose along the top of the mat and come on back. All right, so we're going to do this at our own pace, nice and slow and controlled. Obviously, if you need to make any modifications, do so, stopping earlier, stopping later, going onto those toes. Be here about another minute. All right, do one more, and then sit back on those heels. Wonderful. Pull those shoulders back and down 3 times. And then twist. And twist. And then come on in. All right, we haven't stretched out this flexors yet, so let's do that. So let's come on up. Just bring that foot in front. I'm just going to put my hands either on my waist, on my hips, or on this thigh. Just lean on in, pulling the shoulders back and down as always. bring that foot to the outside edge of the mat. Bring those hands down. And let's lean in a little bit more. And let's come on up. And come back. And the other side, same thing. Nice and slow getting there. Coming on up. Hands to match the other side. And push back a little bit. Move that foot towards the outside edge. And bring those hands to the ground. Release. Okay. We're getting close to being finished. I'm going to do one more passive stretch to open up those hips. I'm going to put my block, my pillow, whatever it happens to be, underneath those hips, and then bring those knees open, one to each side. I'm also going to keep that block near me because I'm going to, when I do my Shavasana today, I'm going to do legs up in the air for my Shavasana. Totally your choice of what you'd like to do, but I'm going to bring that prop close to me so I don't have to get up and grab it later. All right, so first, and if you don't want to have those hips elevated for this, totally fine, not a problem. I'm just giving gravity that a little bit extra, so I'm putting my block underneath those hips, and I'm putting my bottoms of my feet together, and I'm opening up those knees to the side. We're going to do 15 breaths here, nice and slow. Now this is too much on your ankles. You can take away the block, the pillow, or whatever you got. Bring those feet out and bring the knees in. 2 breaths here. And then walk those feet in If you have a prop, remove it. And let's do some dead bug. So, gonna push myself down. If this is too much for you today, don't worry about it. Find something that is comfortable for you. Otherwise, bring those knees up, bring those feet up, nice 90-degree angle, and hands go up in the air too. So I'm gonna bring back one arm, one leg, and up, and one arm, one leg, and up. Sometimes people have sore backs because they have a weak core. Sometimes people have a sore back because there's an imbalance between their core and their back. And sometimes you just move too much fertilizer. So you don't have to look anything drastic and super meaningful in it. But if we can do a little core activation, why not? And if there's too much in your arms, you can have them be on your chest. You can have them go out to the side. Whatever you need to do. But we're doing just one leg at a time. We're going to do 3 more each side. For 3. For 2. And 1. Alright, hug those knees in. Grab those ankles, those shins. Your legs can be together, your legs can be apart. I'm just going to kind of roll the hips a bit. I'm doing them both at the same time. And then I'm going to go the other way. Knees in and bring them to the ground. All right, so I'm going to do my Shavasana. As I said, I'm going to do them with my feet in the air. It's going to be 3 minutes, but you definitely can pick whatever position you would like to be in, including going right back to bed. we're gonna nice and slowly bring those feet down if they were elevated. And I'm gonna drop those knees to one side. Spinal rotation. Bring those knees through center and go to the other side. Roll all the way to that side. Bring those knees in. Give them a big squeeze. And use your upper body to push yourself up. Taking our time. 3 big breaths. We are done. Hopefully, if your back was a little stiff and sore, it's feeling better. And if it was feeling good beforehand, it must be feeling great now. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.